Welcome everybody back to my YouTube channel Kay's Kitchen. Today I will be showing you how to make the most delicious jalebi from home. That's right, homemade jalebi. There's two parts to it. First part is that we need to make the sugary syrup for the jalebi. So we will need water, of course, sugar, grounded green cardamom, and also some lemon. So this is the first part we are going to make for the jalebi. All the measurements are down below, so don't worry guys, just follow that. I will be using a bit of ghee and also some oil to make mine in. And there's 2 cups of plain flours, and also we will need is plain yogurt, so just a normal standard yogurt that you get from the shops. You will need a bit of baking powder that you use for cakes normally, and you will need a bit of oil. Now at the moment I'm in between 2 colors that you guys can use, or whatever color you like. You can use orange, you can use yellow. My favorite color is yellow, but I've got this in my hand at the moment and I'm just pondering at the moment, but I'm just showing you this color. It's a deep orange. You can also use this tube to make your jalebi, or a piping bag that you normally use for cakes, but I will show you both because I'm nice like that. And let's get on with the jalebi and I'll show you how it's done. So here's the pan that I am going to use to make the sweet syrup for our jalebis today. Now I've just got it on medium heat. And the first thing I'm going to add is water. So you need a full pint, 1 pint of water. We're going to pour that in. Get this nice and hot. So you can put the heat up on this at the moment. We can add the sugar to it now. So you're probably looking at this thinking, oh my word, but guys, when you eat jalebi from outside, let me tell you, they are very generous with the sugar, and that's what makes the jalebi so delicious and so sweet. So we're going to give this a bit of a stir, and so that it doesn't crystallize, we are using lemon, which I will show you later. You need the lemon to stop it from it crystallizing. So at the moment we will just stir it. Okay, so the sugar will start to melt slowly. For now, we will add some grounded green cardamom. So just sprinkle that over and give it another mix. So just obviously mix it gently. We just want the sugar to dissolve, and so you can no longer see the sugar anymore, and you will see it thickens slow ever so slightly. You don't want it massively thick, you want it to be a little bit runny, but you will see the consistency change. It will become stickier. Now you could keep this on medium heat. So here you can see I'm just rubbing my finger and thumb together, and you will see it will stick, and that's the consistency you want. I've already squeezed in a bit of the lemon. You only need a tiny squeeze. You can see the pips in there actually. It doesn't matter if the pips go in there, don't worry about that guys. But yeah, the consistency you will see, it will be slightly sticky, and that's how you want it. Once it's like that, you can put it on very low heat at the back. That's what I did. Moving on to the jalebis, we are going to add the ingredients into a bowl. So first I'm going to add the plain flour. That's 2 cups worth right there. I'm going to add the baking powder now. That's 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Some oil as well, that's 2 tablespoons of oil, and then we've got our plain yogurt that we will need, and that's 4 tablespoons of plain yogurt. I've decided to use yellow. It's going to be yellow for me. I love yellow, so Let's add a bit of colour to this now, the exciting part. 1 teaspoon of that. We're going to use a hand mixer, but what I'm going to do with the spatula, I'm just going to give all the ingredients a nice mix together with the spatula. I don't like dust going everywhere, and I know not everybody's got a baking, the professional machines at home to mix, so I'm using the hand mixer to show you guys how it's done. Now we're going to start to add water bit by bit to this mixture, and what you want to see is you want to see the consistency change to almost like a elastic type. So when you lift it off with the spatula, you will see it's still attached, the mixture, all the way down when it's dropping off. So you want it to be a bit like that, and you will see it change slowly. So now I'm just mixing it, and then I will add a little bit of more water, just a bit at a time. Don't rush this part, take your time with this. And now you can see, look, it's kind of become a bit elasticy kind of a mixture, and that's what we want. Don't want it to be extremely runny. So there, can you see it's just like hanging about with each other? So we're going to add a bit more, because I want it to be a little bit more loose but not too loose. I love that colour. So for me this is perfect colour, guys. If you want to use something else, go for it. You want to use pink, orange, red, green, you want to be fancy, you want to be different, go ahead and do that. But here, can you see that? It just kind of like still elastic. So I'm going to put mine in a piping bag. I'm going to snip the end bit there just where my thumb is, but I'm going to snip it after and just pop it in a tall glass. And just with the spoon, you just scoop the jalebi mixture out and you add it into the piping bag. Now the reason why I'm showing you two different types, because I am a baker, I'm self-taught baker at home, I have all these things like the piping bag and stuff. I find it easier with a piping bag, and I'm going to show you how it looks obviously when you pipe it into the oil, because you can have it as thin as you like, as thick as you like, however you like your jalebis. And then obviously when I show you guys how it looks when it's coming out of the tube, you will see for yourself, you know, if it's something that you want to use, if it's easier for you. The smell of this is amazing as well in the kitchen once you start making it. So here I've got my grai, my tel grai, and I'm going to use ghee first. So I'm going to do a bit of both to mix it up. So I'm going to add almost like 2 cups of ghee. Worth in there, and the pan, the grai is already a little bit hot, so that's why you're seeing it melt away. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some sunflower oil. I use sunflower oil. So I will be using around about 3 cups of sunflower oil in there. So we want to get this nice and hot. In the back I've got the sugary syrup that we were making on low heat, and obviously the grai at the front, we need to have that on medium heat. So I'm going to show you how it's done by tube. So the oil isn't very hot yet, but I did that on purpose just so you guys can see the kind of thickness of your jalebi that would be made from it. I personally don't like this one. I prefer the piping bag, so here's my piping bag version. So the oil is nice and hot. Ooh, and we are ready to make these jalebis. My mouth is watering just watching this. So here we can see, so nice round movements. You will see that this paste will follow itself, so it doesn't matter whether you take it far out round, it will come back into the center. We know we're not jalebi experts, so ladies and gents, don't panic. Oh my god, my jalebi doesn't look like this and blah blah blah. Trust me, it's fine. You can see as I am doing it as well, when I make big circles it automatically comes back into the middle. So it is easy, trust me guys, you can do this. So I'm going to fry this. We want to just fry it just for a few minutes on each side. We don't want the colors to change to a dark yellow or orange, whatever it is, whatever other color you have added. We don't want it to become like almost brown. So just keep an eye on the heat. Make sure you are turning them regular. And of course the pan in the back is still nice and warm, ready for the jalebis to go in. And you can see that I'm flipping it over, making sure that it's not overly cooked on one side. We just want to get these like almost crisp from the outside. And the best way to check it is when you feel like, okay, they've been in there for a few minutes, just tap on it and you should hear like a knocking sound, you know, on at the top. When you do hear that, that means it's ready. And you can see that I've transferred it over from the oil straight into the sugary syrup that we've made for them. They only need to be in there for at least, I would say, 20 to 25 seconds. Just turn it over, give it a nice soak, not for too long, and then take them out and place them into the plate or a fancy plate that you have, because obviously we want to showcase these. So these are homemade jalebis. They are definitely worth showing off about. So you can see that I've transferred these over now. I'm tapping it, just making sure they are nice and crisp. Last thing you want is a soggy jalebi. So I'm just gonna turn these over quickly. Don't leave them in for any longer than 25 seconds. You just want to give them a nice soak. It's got plenty of sugar in there, so don't worry about it's not going to be too sweet, you know, if I don't leave it if I leave it for a short time. Trust me, it will zap the sweetness of the syrup you've made. Here they are, guys. I mean, look at that. That looks absolutely amazing. These are homemade and they are so delicious. I know people have them with warm milk or just on their own or just with tea. This is something you can make at home. It's very quick, it's very easy, it's a simple recipe for a very delicious sweet dish. Who doesn't like jalebi? They look amazing, guys. So I hope you all have enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Definitely click the like button, and if you do decide to make this, don't forget to leave a comment below. I'll see you next time. Allah Hafiz.